ready for tonight? I cannot hear. Are you ready tonight? That's much better. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. My name is Oli Montero. Maybe some of you have met me last year. So welcome to the third Women Poetry Slam. And I'm happy to tell you that our organization, Arts for Women, is supporting emerging women's poets, women's artists, and women's creative ideas. And we are giving space for women to perform, to promote their work, to work with other multimedia artists, and also we also accept collaboration and ideas on women's and art and peace building in Indonesia. And this event is just some of our events that we do in several islands of Eastern Indonesia mostly. But we focus on documentation and research and publication for women's rights and feminism in Indonesia. So today we present you the third Women Poetry Slam, and we are happy to introduce to you our host for today. She's a dancer, and she's also a poet, and she's also the founder of the Unmasked Open Mic Poetry, which is one of the kids Indonesian literary and poetry community in Jakarta. And she will host you for today, and I hope you enjoy our Women Poetry Slam and the rest of the Ubud Writers and Readers Festival. So I welcome you, our host today, Putri Minangsari.
Thank you, Alin. Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to you all in this year's Ubud Writers and Readers Festival. This is the third annual Women's Awards Poetry Slam. And I'd like to say thank you to Nut for being our venue this year, and then also for all the volunteers and crew, and of course to Ubud Writers and Readers Festival. I would like to introduce our juries of the night, our judges. There are 5 of them. I have here the bio, and I'm afraid I have to wear my glasses. Oh wait, before that, I forgot. Before that, please make sure that you stay till the end of this event, because we have a break in between. So 10 readers and then another 10 readers, and in between we'll have 2 guest poets who will read you their work. Also, I need to explain, for those who've never participated in Poetry Slam before, a little rules and regulations. So you will read your work, and the time is maximum 3 minutes. When you reach 2 minutes, somebody will make that sound twice, and then when you reach your 3 minutes, somebody will 3 times. So yeah, so hopefully your poem is not too long. That's one. And then another one is for the audience to please keep your phone in silent mode and respect the poets and respect the poems, meaning please try not to talk loud or anything while somebody's reading their work. That's it. So the judges. The judges are Intan Paramadita, Debra Yatin, Pam Allen, Saras Dewi, and Ketut Yuliasa. Intan Paramadita is a scholar, short stories writer. Her book was shortlisted for 2005 Katulistiwa Literary Award. Her short stories received Best Short Story Award 2013, and she's a lecturer in Australia. Debra Yatim is an activist, feminist journalist, columnist, and documentary filmmaker. She's founder of 3 NGOs and has published 5 poetry books. She's an advocate for human rights and rights of minority groups. Debra Yatim. Pam Allen is a professor of Indonesian at the University of Tasmania. Pam Allen has been involved with Ubud Writers and Readers Festival since its inception in 2004. As well as her research expertise in Indonesian literature, she is a widely published translator. Pam Allen. And Saras Dewi was born in Denpasar and now working as a lecturer of philosophy at University of Indonesia. She's a singer, activist, writer, poet, and professor. She facilitates cases of violence against women, counseling, and advocate on human rights and environment issues. Saras Dewi. And the only dude is Ketut Yuliarsa. Ketut Yuliarsa has worked as a writer, actor, and musician in Indonesia and Australia. He has published 2 poetry collections and is currently advisor to the Bali Provincial Government Literary Program. He and Anita, his wife, established Ubud's first bookshop, Ganesha Bookshop, in 1986. And in 2004, the Books for Bali project to foster literacy and learning through the donation of books to local schools and libraries. Ketut Yuliarsa. Okay, let's not wait any longer. Let's start this poetry slam. I already have 20 names with me, but I'm going to pick in random. Yeah, sorry. So the first one, I will call Miranda Luby.
She knows what they mean when they ask her that question. Where are you from? As they glance at her skin. But if there's a tone, a smallness, a judgment, she misreads it on purpose, and with a 12-year-old's grin, the river, she says, and she points across town. No, where are you from? They repeat slowly. The river, she says, louder this time. They ask as she speaks English. She knows what they want when they ask her that question. Where are you from? With their mind full of maps. She's not lying, not really. Her house is by the river, but she's pretending they mean something much bigger than that. The river, she tells them, and points to the brown water. No, where are you from? They feign patience. The Amazon, she says, the Ganges, the Nile. Her mum rolls her eyes and laughs. She knows where she's from in the way that they mean it, but she doesn't feel different. So why should she say? We're all from the same place, her mother once told her. That's why she replies to their question that way. The river, she cries, and it's starting to rain now. No, where are you from? Their frustration is clear. We're all raindrops, she laughs, making no sense to them. They put up their umbrellas. She knows why she's asking when Mum calls from the couch. Where are you going? Because it's pouring with rain. But she wants to get wet, be soaked through and dripping. So she sneaks out the back door and runs down the lane. The river, she wades in its oneness. For the raindrop, joy is in entering the river.
Thank you, Miranda, from Australia. Now I forgot to also say that if you like a poem, you can do this. You can Tap your finger. Judges, do you have the scores for Miranda? From Saras, it's 5.6. Oh, from Saras, it's 6.5. Pam, 6.9. Intan, 6.7. Liketut, 6.4. Badebra, 7.1. I can't believe I can't even read this. Gracia Tobing, the second one. Is Gracia here?
Please let me enter the forest that you've created. Please let me find the treasure under the ground where I fall asleep. Where I fall asleep. Let me say the words that makes you open the window I always staring at, so the smoke could fly away and never left the sun behind. I see your eyes have opened the gate, so let me find the answer. I hear your voice giving direction, so let me follow your trace. Please don't stop the war that has brought us together. Please don't stop the war. Let the roar sounds forever. Let us drift along the kite with the snake road that stuck on the branch on the plants that we are carrying. I hear your voice have opened the gate, so let me find the answer. I hear your voice giving direction, so let me follow your trace. Please let me in to the forest that you've created. Please let me find the treasure under the ground where I fall asleep. Where I fall asleep. Please let me in to the land of your mind.
Thank you, Gracia. Judges? Liketut, 6.7. Intan, 6.9. Badebra, 6.4. Saras, 7.6. Pam, 7. The next one, I would like to call Julie. Her name is just Julie in the list. She's from Ubud/London.
Thank you. This is called Living Consciously. Do you see the beauty that surrounds you? Can you dance to the sound of the waterfall? Do you feel the wind and watch its progress across the treetops, green and tall? Does the white heat of the moon make you passionate in the dim light of fire burning gold? Can you listen clearly through the muffled silence? Do you believe the miraculous stories you are told? Can you touch a leaf upon a tree and be aware of how it really feels? Do you recognize that for all nature's splendor, you don't have to pay any bills? If a market seller offers you an apple, do you appreciate it? Juicy, red and ripe. Will you want to give something in return, not just money, but a smile and warmth alike? If you pay more attention to the many smiles you offer, with each passing day, you will offer more. If you bring more awareness to all your activities, the richness inside you will undoubtedly soar. Is it possible for you to truly savor every moment of joy and happiness, reveling in wonderment of what the world can offer, opening your heart to all-encompassing bliss? Can your body move without intention? Can your lips smile if they're not pleased? Where will you walk without direction? How can you be free if you're not released? Thank you.
Thank you, Julie, from Ubud/London. Judges? Pam has got 6.6, Bliketut 6.8, Saras 7.1, Intan 6.4, Badebra 6.5. Next, I'm going to call one of the 6 participants tonight from Dapur Sastra Jakarta. They are Dapur Sastra Jakarta means Jakarta Literary Kitchen. I wonder what this is. This is the community, literary community. Welcome. I would call one of you, Winar Ramlan.
Dengan bapa jangan adu raka supaya Allah tiada murka. Dengan ibu hendaklah hormat supaya badan jangan
Rela. Kesetiaan ada di antara ketidaksetiaan. Pengabdian ada di antara tidak pengabdian. Penghormatan ada di antara tidak penghormatan. Luka ada di dalam jiwa, menghuni sisa usia. Tersembunyi agar anir darah dan bajin kata tak meruap tanah persada. Namun bila yang harus mati tetap mati, bila yang harus hidup tetap hidup dengan luka yang dalam. Ladang guru setra bersimbah darah. Guru di mana? Ayah di mana? Paman di mana? Anak cucu di mana? Namun jika yang harus mati tetap mati, jika yang harus hidup tetap hidup dengan luka yang hangat. Guru di mana? Ayah di mana? Paman di mana? Anak cucu kita di mana? Semua bersimbah darah. Semua berkalang tanah dengan luka yang teramat dalam. Guru di mana? Ayah di mana? Paman di mana? Anak cucu kita di mana? Semua bersimbah darah, semua legenda.
Terima kasih Winar dari Dapur Sastra Jakarta. Judges, Mbak Debra 7.6, Beli Ketut 6.5, Intan 6.1, Pam 6, Saras 6.2. Next, I'm going to call a participant from New York, Jamie Jones.
Hi, thanks. We laugh and cheer at the park together and pose for our photo op, memories that are few and far between. I am your voice. Our parents and aunts and uncles joking and laughing, they might as well have been speaking Spanish because we never understood a word. That coded language of faked happiness. We are 5 and 15-year-olds, and we can never see beyond the smiles that were physically on our faces. We learned the coded language like it was a family's children's book, read to us at birth. I'm sorry, my brothers, sisters, cousins. We didn't know how to see each other's pain. We couldn't see the large hand that reached out uncomfortably to touch us, or how we selectively ignored the crowd of adults doing drugs and drinking. We didn't see the difference in a few that were abused and damaged. I am your voice. I'm the outcast that just doesn't know how to shut up. I'm the one that asks questions. I'm the one that feels for each and every one of you. I'm the one that held resentments. Let me be your voice, because I'm tired of holding in our pain. Let me be your voice, because for 30 to 40 years we have suffered. Let me be your voice, because we don't want our 5 and 15-year-olds to be us. We look at you as children and say, let us be your voice. We stand here with years of evidence, isolation, distance, ignorance to the same issues you had. Let us children be your voice to admit you too are damaged. Let us be your voice because we are tired of this road that seems to lead to the same place, generations after generations after generations. Let us be your voice and let it say, I'm damaged, I'm sorry, I'm willing. Let that voice ask about our abuse, rapes, addiction, self-harm, hatred, isolations, trust, fears, and love. Because all of our lives, our voices were silent. I stand here working on my voice. I go down the list of those I love and not one person untouched by this pattern. Not one person I know is untouched. Why me? We are 5 and 15-year-olds, now adults. We live our lives separated and determined that what happened to us will never happen to our young. We live in addiction because you never shared your story of addiction. We are silent on the sexual abuse we suffered because you had this shame of your own. Let me be the voice of healing for our 5 and 15-year-olds. The only way to stop this is to have a voice and share it with the ones we love. Help them, prepare them, build them to have a voice for the uncomfortable things. Because the ones we need to guide us, unfortunately, didn't have a voice. So let me be your voice and say there is a power in healing through our voices. There is a love in healing if we are willing. Let me hear your voice because I love you. Let our collective voices laugh and cheer again like we did at the park. Let us heal even if they can't. Let us forgive even if they can't. Let us speak even if they can't. Because it's not just our family living in the dark. It is your face that resembles mine, your family that resembles mine, your addiction that resembles mine, your abuse that resembles mine, your love that resembles mine.
Thank you, Jamie. Judges. Pam, 6.7. Saras, 7.6. Intan, 6.7. Ligatut, 6.9. Badebra, 6.5. This event is organized together by UWRF Festival and Peace Women across the globe, Indonesia, spearheaded by Olin Montero. I haven't said that before. I'm inviting another one from Dapur Sastra Jakarta. Next is Emmy Sui.
Penjahit luka. Seorang perempuan menjahit luka tubuhnya di bilik renta, menyatukan serpihan kenangan yang pernah retak sendiri, ditemani rindu. Pelan-pelan jemarinya merangkai sunyi di antara potongan-potongan kain perca. Malam adalah ujung jarum yang tiba-tiba menusuk ujung telunjuk. Berdarah dan perih, tak membuatnya berhenti. Meski senyap telah ditelan gelap, matanya yang lain belum tampak sayu. Berkali-kali menggulung benang yang terlepas dari skoci. Ia sabar menyimpan warna-warna ingatan di dalam laci. Matanya menatap dekat lubang jarum, memasukkan ujung benang dalam lubang, menjadikan sempurna sepotong baju, membalut tubuhnya yang sedikit keriput. Bahagia pasti tiba dalam pelukan doa. Perempuan mesti bisa menjahit, setidaknya menjahit lukanya sendiri. Menjahit lukanya sendiri. Menjahit lukanya sendiri. Menjahit lukanya sendiri. Woman should heal on her. It is her own wound.
Terima kasih Amy. Judges. Ligatut 7.1. Intan 6.8. Pam 6.8. Saras 7.6. Badebra 6.5. This next one, I'm not sure, is it N Diana or N Diana? It's N Diana. You're next.
Mencari oleh merupakan sahabat yang
Elegi tanah Borneo. Roh nenek moyang menangis menganak sungai mata pantat, sedang sungai Kapuasmu itu keruh sudah bercampur merkuri, timbal, dan kadmium. Sebab kau dengar kata mereka, teguk saja air mata nenek moyangmu, mereka sudah mati. Bahkan mungkin tak ada. kau masih mengangguk, tunduk, menghitung berapa untung rugi rupiah ke dolar atau sebaliknya. Mari kita ingat masa rimba dan pepohonannya, buah maram segar dan durian yang tak habis dimakan. Kita berbagi dengan tupai dan tikus hutan. Air melimpah dari mata air perawan, bebatuan basah dan lumut-lumut berbadani hijau. Kita berbagi dengan belibis dan terenggiling. Betapa tanah ini bertuhan. Ini kita lihat roh nenek moyang gentayangan meraung tangis setan perempuan di layar kaca yang kita tonton dengan tegangnya cekakak cekikik bahagia. Sedang sungai Kapuasmu itu nyaris kering, berfosil rahim dan orok generasimu sendiri. Kau tetap mengangguk, tunduk, runduk, membabat hutan untuk perkebunan liar, menambang emas di hulu sungai, tamak yang tak bertuhan. Borneo 2012.
Terima kasih N. Diana. What's the N? N-nya apa? N. Diana is from Ubud. Judges, are you ready? Liketut 6.7, Badebra 6.4, Intan 6.6, Pam 7, Saras 8. Next, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. It's Karen Mazensi from Melbourne, Australia.
How can I learn to speak my mother tongue when my mother's tongue is so old it reaches back into my youth, like a hand reaches through a fence, struggling to pluck the fruit, so anxious it slaps. A tongue so cold and so long steeped as to be degraded, not just by men, but dirt too, dump truck full. How can I learn to speak my mother tongue after I waited until they spilled the earth like an accident, all over the trees cut down and fitted into a box, to categorize, classify? Here I place her, pigeonhole her where the birds do not sing and where being early or late still gets you the worms, either way, here in the past. How will I learn to speak my mother tongue when we do not sit at her kitchen table with tea and memory anymore, and her tongue does not traverse her well-worn mouth, putting on stories like scarves wrapped warm around your neck to protect you from the cold outside? Your favorite. How do I learn to speak my mother tongue when the laughter echoes soar against my soft palate? The roof of my mouth, hung over the house of my vows, silent. And the awning of my lips, the archway of my smile stopped, nailed shut into a grimace when I think of her. How do I speak with my mother's tongue when she taught me to ever defer to men? And when I spoke up, she bit it. For even she would seek to silence me. How can I learn to speak with my mother's tongue when the mouths of men spoke for her, and when my mother's tongue is so heavy it bludgeons through 3 decades like the head of the sledgehammer I hid for years under 3 mattresses from his violence? How can I speak my mother tongue when these features fall short of her image, and I am bound by the visage of another white man having colonized her flesh? I am marked by his blood as other. I am marred by her blood as exotic. To be longing, but never belonging. I am unplaceable. An island on an island, the continent of my body, not waiting for someone to sink a flag in, to be claimed. How can I speak with my mother's tongue when it was cut out before I was born? Prized by a man, a delicious dish scrubbed clean. How can I learn to speak my mother's tongue when she does not speak it anymore? When she does not speak anymore.
Thank you, Karen. The scores. Likatut 7.6, Mbak Debra 7.1, Intan 7, Pam 6.9, and Saras 8. Next, I would like to call Windu Setianingsih.
Ada tujuan, ada peranan, ada panduan, juga pedoman tentang tabiat, juga nasihat tentang ibadah, memberi ingat. Dua saling serangkap, satu kalimat bermakna, juga tiga syarat bersiap supaya hidup sentiasa selamat. Bekal diri sedia siap, berjalan langkah tidak tersilap. Dunia pula penyenang.
Ana cerita sing turun ketulis nalika langit keburu gesang kidung sepung kure kuru setra. Ana cerita sing durung ketulis nalika langit kebanjur gesang tepanggang sulaya senyuruh kaya telaga geni najan angin sing temapak mengkuru setra wis ora maning gawa kabar pepati nyen getih sing tau temetes nang si suket garing urung jangkep golek keguret kidung panelangsa sing wis pitung suruh temiup ning pucuk-pucuk Tanjung Utari eling-elingen pituture aku. Katresnan kuwi abang wong ayu. Katresnan kuwi abang wong ayu. Kaya tatu sing kebeset welat. Uga perih. Kaya dada sing ketubles neraca bala jebol ketua likat. Utari ngemben setekane gerimis nyiram ambu amis seambane pasetran Rika bakal ngerteni lamun prasetya kue luwih kukuh timbangane perlaya sing tetrajan sadawane palagan.
Matur sangat, Windu, reading in Javanese language. Judges, Ligatut 6.5, Intan 6.7, Pam 7, Saras 7, Mbak Debra 6.5. The next one will be the 10th reader. So after her, we will have a break. I would like to call Kate Ramsey. Is Kate here?
In with the blood and sweat of the human condition, a life of tumult and joy, love requited and ravished by situations of my own making. Oh, the joy of that. A journey now propelled by what was down, but is now love, connections, back to the earth.
Thank you, Kate. Short but sweet. Judges, Pam 6.5, Bliketut 6.1, also Mbak Debra 6.1, Intan 6.3, and Saras 6. When I say a break, I don't mean that you guys can go. You stay. We have two guest poets who will read their work. One is my good friend, well, both of them are my good friend, Tony Marmer. Tony is champion of Over Writers and Readers Poetry Slam 2015. He is an activist, a queer activist, and a poet. Also reading is Claracia Kiki. She's a literary activist, poet, and teacher. If any of you guys joined the poetry workshop today, Kiki was the facilitator. She's also having her firstborn due in January 2018. Doni first.
Hello! Ooh, I remember my first time here. I was a virgin back then, and now I'm still maybe. Always. Because the stage fever is still there. So, welcome and give applause to all of the poets that actually express themselves and be true. I'm here. Amazing. Seriously. Oh yeah, I'm ready to rap. Yes, let's go. So yeah, today they trust me. Actually, it's wrong, guys, to trust me to do this now, to perform. Actually, I will read about a poem that I write for my friend that she's afraid that she's in a closet, live in a box, and cannot express herself well. It's called Cinnamon Marmalade. 1,000 honeybee buzzing around the sweetness of my sin. Like the sun trying to kiss us goodbye with his radioactive ray. Vagrant bards circling around the fire pit, perpetuating ashes of Klondike's wanderers who died in vain. They sing the song of sadly joy, that their tunes buoyant. One step, two step, one step, two step. I took multiple movements towards the sultry air. My sweat tastes like the droplets of blood of a virgin who died in the middle of sugarcane plantation. Don't be a prude. While I stripped and take off all of the tingling sensation on my body, I have to say, I am not sick. I am not sick, I am not brave, but I am rainbow. To destroy a beehive, You have to repel all the bees or kill their queen. Cast out silky smoke punctured through their lungs, then drove them away. But to destroy me, you have to munch my lugubrious soul when the darkness and hollow will take your heart away even before you can chew me. Once, an angel, a beautiful, handsome, naked angel, came upon my dream. I have a cold sweat and he said that God is dead. God is dead. Like a quiver pierced through my eardrums, I cannot express my perkiness. To be free once again, then there will be no eyes that will look upon the sky and will cast out thunders when I say that fuck you. The moral failure that strangled my nerve gone with the wind, and I call upon the Klondike sparks once again to serenade upon my arrival in Nara. You see, I travel afloat by the Ganges through the end of mating season in nails, and we're gonna have a lot of babies. And I will say I am still a virgin. Digging my grave through Karakum to find my door, knock it open to climb Machu Picchu. When the Babylonian kneel down on me for a veneration, I'm powerful. I am powerful, yet easily swallowed by the darkness, and by that, I still can taste the sweetness of your cherry that dance upon my fajra. I'm curating the best chakra upon my sun and moon. I am free. Anicca, anicca, anicca.
Hello. I'm going to read a poetry for my mom. Actually, it's a gift for her birthday. And I'm going to read it in Bahasa Indonesia, my second language, because my first language is Javanese. Sering ku bilang, ku ingin kembali ke rahimmu, Ibu. Rumah itu hangat, perutmu mendekapku selalu. Rumah itu aman, ketubanmu memelukku selalu. Rumah itu nyaman, pusatmu mengenyangkanku selalu. Ibu tahu seberapa ku rindu berada dalam rahimmu yang gelap itu. Lahir ke bumi nyatanya tak pernah sehangat, seaman, senyaman, seindah 9 bulan 10 hari yang paling lekat, dekat dalam dekapmu. Sering ku bilang begitu, perihal keinginanku untuk kembali berselimut rahim. Tapi ibu tak pernah percaya padaku. Sering ku bilang begitu, sampai akhirnya aku malu. Ibu tak pernah ingin kembali dalam rahim nenek. Ibu tak pernah menolak bumi. Ibu tak pernah menolak bumi. Ibu menarik napas kuat mendorongku. Ibu menyobek kuat jalan keluarku. Ibu memaksaku menangis di antara udara baruku. Ibu melawan malaikat
berharga nyawa demi meminangku. Ibu tegak berdiri, meski sendiri. Ibu kerahkan seluruh diri, meski selalu sendiri. Di atas bumi, di atas bumi, di atas bumi.
And that's the break. Are you guys ready for the second round? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Donnie and Kiki. We're now back to participant number 11. And that is Tina Alwin. Where is Tina Alwin? Are you here? Yeah. Oh.
Diam yang ada. Jiwaku seraput ranting kering. Saat tatapmu serba api, dadaku tumpukan gelap. Ketika sapamu tak lagi gelap. Nyeri, luka ini menganga saat sepi. Tercapit diammu semakin tak peduli. Seharusnya kau menjadi darah dari lukaku saat kesendirian adalah maut, karena kau api yang melumat diriku. Ketika keangkuhan merajat, kita menjadi api, lalu mati dalam kesia-siaan, 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 lalu mati dalam kesia-siaan.
Thank you, Tina Alwin. She's also from Dapur Sastra Jakarta. Judges, Liketut 6.1, Pam 6.3, Intan 6.4, Saras 6.1, Badebra 6.1. And I forgot who am I calling next. Oh, yeah. So number 12 is funny because her name is Madhu Honey. Because Madhu means honey, so it's honey, honey. Is honey, honey here? Come on down, honey, honey. Yeah, so Madhu Honey is from Australia. Excuse me? Okay. Is it her birthday? Wow. Birthday girl, honey, honey.
I just turned 40 speaks to me, riding the moon through the night, anticipating the hint of untamed twilight. A deeper well is being stirred. Her waters are restless. She yearns to be heard. She of the undercurrents, she that holds the unseen. This backlog of vile, distasteful, unwanted sewers, this arrangement of well-disguised, tortured and twisted truths, they have arisen now. They want to be seen. There is nothing left to cover them, so let us all watch it come clean. Witness these tears cracking through the pillars of tears, holding up these worn-out vessels, crumbling towers of dried-up years. Time to replenish these hard-heated years. Rivers of sadness come to cleanse and understand. Let go, she cries. I am not the one to be feared. You have it all wrong. I am the one to be heard, to be seen, to be felt. I am the one to melt away all the shame and the guilt, and gently relace with love, forgiveness, and silks. So dive deep into me when you are broken and hurt. Lay your body down upon this soft dirt. Surrender to these yearning, unknown lands, that in which you are held in my warm, outstretched hands. Let me show you a way that is full of colors, textures, and play, a way of beauty and belonging, a way in which you can trust to follow, a way in which you can sing your song.
Thank you, Madhu. They say 40 is the new 20. I'll say. Judges, Bliketer 7.2, Badebra 6.2, Intan 6.5, Cam 6.2, Saras 6.1. Next is Risa Churia from Jakarta.
Rame-rame sing karuan, helare podo tangio, ayo podo tandang gawe. Manuk podo tendangan, rame-rame sing karuan. feel my chest began to shake. A bullet. I just threw a quiet smile. I just threw a quiet smile. Calm, sir. What is going on? Can I help you? Middle-aged man is real. Give me back my son, or this bamboo will pierce your jaw. And this bamboo will pierce your jaw. If by piercing my neck or jaw make you happy, please do it. Please do it. Please do it. I am just a teacher who want to teach kids here. I am just a teacher who want kids to teach here. This place is close to Jakarta, but very low education. Very low education. Middle age. And silent. The ball in his hand is thrown back. A half-head man broke into the classroom, dragged the body of small child. We are dispersed. His hand tried to reach me. His hand tried to reach me. Mom, help me please. Help me please. Read my name. Read my name, your study list. Read my name, your study list, Mom. I'm Daddy, Mom. I'm Daddy, Mom.
Terima kasih Risa. Yeah, with you over the time limit, so judges, it's up to you. If you wanna deduct the score. Likatut 6.4, Badebra 6, Intan 6, Pam 6, Saras 6.1. Next is from UK, Bex Tyra. It's okay, don't run. I only have to go home by Tuesday.
Oh, there's a lot of you. I'm really nervous. Okay. Furious I am. If these words could dance, they would stomp and stamp, unravel in fury. Wildness unleashed, moving through these 2 feet. She's back. It's been a while. I share a cynical, unflinching smile. Yeah, she's here again. Kali, roaring. Anger rushes through this body, breathing fire, screaming and snarling. There's no way to make sense of this rage. So instead, I wage a war on pretenses, fabrications, and superficial relations. I'm done with greed, corruption, and power manipulation. I dance to break the bars which lock good souls in human cages. I make supersonic sounds that mirror their freedom-loving minds, until greedy judges that thrive on the darkness are deafened with the magnitude of its fortitude. Those imprisoned men and women, children and babies who silently rise to their own hard-won inner liberation. I'll burst the fairy tale bubbles of the acclaimed free who hide in their illusions and destructive distractions. I'll stare down the adverts that will me to pay them to be thinner, faker, filled with plastic and artificiality. I'll shock you with my femininity, for it sure isn't pretty. I'll steal back what's been stolen. I'll fuck the systems of regulation that pervert justice with ego, searching for fame through damnation. I'll throw up an acid bile to burn the minds of those who enforce unjust laws, outdated ways of being, shriveled ways of seeing. I'll break the chains that bind, that attempt to wind around beating hearts of creativity. I'll show you the real love of the self-realized through these yells in opposition to what living hell is inflicted upon innocence. There's no more sitting still, no more controlled meditations, no more lessons and pretenses and distorted philosophies of duality misused to excuse the manipulation of generations. For I'm done with patriarchy and quick fixes that creep into ancient teachings of unification. I'll beat my breast bare, smother you with my locks of hair, let my sweat pour out the toxic food and chemical medicine and modified seeds you forced my brethren to ingest. I'll not let you take one moment of rest until you bleed clean your constructed structures of horrific immortality. I'm here to rip off the blindfolds with each swirl, wield a sword of wrath upon fear and all the multifaceted made-up masks it hides behind. I'll tear niceties away with my teeth and let the blood of emancipation scare my face with its war paint. I demand you throw down your mad-made weapons, swallow your own bullets, until you get a taste of the suffocation of your own miseducation. Corporations fueled by greed that rape and pillage, selling sources of life into resources as if its permanence is fixed in these fragile bodies of forgotten humility. I'll whip up a magnetic electric storm with every twirl, and when I catch myself dancing on the broken bones of misogyny, I'll laugh and keep on going until the spells are broken. Enough of religious damnation, paper elections, and sandcastles legislations. Put down those weapons of colonization. Let the caretakers take care of their own sacred lifelines of these lands, and I'll use my bare hands to pull down the walls of separation. And with guttural, fiendish cry of the clans of women burnt and beaten, I won't stop crying till my tears dissolve their empires built upon opposition and lies.
Sorry, you have to read it so quickly. It's 3 minutes. Time frame is a pain in the ass sometimes. Judges? Excuse me? Yeah, it's overtime. Ligatut 6.5. Pam 6. Badebra 5.9, Saras 6.5, and Intan 6.5. Okay, again, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. It's Bumi Bele. From Australia.
All men were meant to be women. They began unequivocally in a womb with a female body as their own. Life has the soul of a woman. It began crossed twice, and in time withered away to diversify its beauty, strength, and secrets. The world has the heart of a woman. She gave birth to life, which gave birth to all else, from the waters of its verdant womb. Men see women in the earth, and yet despised her all the same. They spite the truth that everyone was meant to be a woman.
Thank Judges? Liketut 7.1, also Mbak Debra 7.1, Pam 7, Intan 7, Saras 7.8. Next is Nadine here from Jakarta. Are you Nadine?
Chandraning bagas koro Nora kelangan roso, Chandraning bulan Nora kelangan padang. Begitu caramu berkabar kawan, begitu caramu berkabar kawan, begitu caramu berkabar kawan. Ketika pagi tak tentu membawa matahari, sedangkan senyuman juga kau sembunyikan. Padahal awan telah siapkan setangkup sapaan, agar penat tak terlalu menyekat nikmatnya Tuhan. Tak kau dengar di balik jendela segerombolan burung-burung gereja bangun dari rimbun dedaunan, mengemas janji menguntit matahari sebelum senja mengantar mimpi-mimpi pada awan yang juga sembunyikan di balik dedaunan. Begitukah caramu berbagi kawan? Ketika aroma puisi menyatu di secangkir kopi dan kau masih menghitung LG, kau tuangi pagi dengan seduhan-seduh sedan. Padahal burung-burung itu telah melakukan air matamu agar mampu menawar tawamu, meski hanya sekedar gelakar bagimu. Ayo, bangunlah romansa, lakukan asmara dana, biarkan sejuta duka runtuh bersama air mata. Tapi jangan kau tangisi lagi redup pagi. Biarkan matahari sembunyi meski kau tahu dia sedang merakit puisi untuk kita susuri tiap detil ilustrasi. Warna semesta ada suka, ada duka. The sky above might be cloudy. The talk of some people might be moody, but the phrase will always swap to our meaning. Mostly, we release our feeling and nothing to feel, since life is nothing, something to feel with you. Oh, good friend of the whole universe, giving her hand in hand and not to disperse.
I find it very interesting that all the Jakarta, most of the Jakarta poetry performance tonight mixes Japanese and Indonesian and English language. Judges. Liketut 7.3, Pam 6.8, Intan 6.8, Saras 6.5, Debra still hasn't decided. But Debra, 6.7. I would like to call now Tash Sinclair.
atop the marble table, saying all is well, all is possible. It is done, it is phenomenal. The poets anonymous feel the sound's vibration out of those stimulating sensations. When the words strike like birds, reverberating slowly but not hesitating, with a raptured flow and forever, never ending, letting that shit go. The anonymity and fighting forces to let it be. Make the decision to see the direction and seek satisfaction in an untimely, exact on-point fashion. Calming stones and threads to bones as we walk lightly on this ball flying through space's galaxies. Be corrective, be clear, just channel this here. As an instrument, a calabash of sounded out pronunciation for inspiration. That typewriter font that highlights the menu, that super slick billboard with cinematic preview, announcing where and when to ETD, ETA, but I already met you. In the coffee cup where the man's face is Picasso and the piano keys give light to see you, and my heart grows fond of what I saw, flawed to the core. Forever muse, magical infuse, alles klar, du bist ein Superstar. Tangerines and grapefruits, the model, the muse, the eyelashes infuse. The spice, the tone, the inflections, we roam, the imagination, together, alone, with that feeling, uncloned, no clone. Natural, expansive, through timeless stones.
Thank you, Tash. Judges. Badebra 6, Likatut 6.5, Pam 6, Intan 6.6, and Saras 6.2. We're getting nearer and nearer to the end. We still have 4 more participants. Next would be Sharon Micken.
Transformation is the goal. Transformation is my goal. To be someone different, somewhere better than here. A wondrous dream, but a challenging reality. I must first of all exhume myself from the smoking cinders of the rubble around me and slowly regroup to rise and rejuvenate, to become something of who I can really be, and find my space and colleagues to inhabit it with me. To become something of who I can really be, and find my space and colleagues to inhabit it with me.
Thank you, Sharon. Is it Sharon or Shannon? Okay. I was correct the first time. Judges. Badebra 6.1, Ligatut 6.5, always the fastest. Pam 6.9, Intan 6.5, Saras 7. I think this is the last one from Dapur Sastra Jakarta. I'm calling Erna Winarsih Wiono.
Listen, we song for art. Lay Are you know Maleo? The icon of Sulawesi. Bird. But he had more philosophy. Why you like Maleo? Because the loyalty, love, divers one heart. Let us see. Porteza costera de la mangrovia. Mangrove, benteng pesisir. Mangrove adalah penjaga lautan maritim kita. Tanpa mangrove, kita hanya akan menjadi abu-abu. Free. Maleo is waiting. Maleo is waiting for you. Why? Why Maleo? I say Indonesia, and I brought the Indonesia. The song from the spirit God. Hoi hei asana hoi he la seniesa hijau bumi terra verde wokoyesi la hayesa toko laosa deheis.
Judges, Pam 7.3, Intan 7.2, Ligatut 6.1, Badebra 7.1, Saras 7.5. Mary Dickens.
This is a sonnet that I wrote to celebrate William Shakespeare's 400th anniversary. It's called Sonnet for Shelley. A cosy room is where I frequent oft, to get a service every couple of weeks. Her words are kind, her hands are not so soft. It's not just what she does, it's how she speaks. Tete-a-tete, debates, rants and raves. 30 years together, that's the thing. The precious gift that every human craves when someone gets your inner yang and yin. But as I enter, mojo's lacking vigour. Reflection fails to feign, fatigued and flat. Emerging later, revived, ego bigger. Engineering coffees, meetings, chat. For Shelley is the one I speak of, bless her. She is my confidant, my hair dresser.
Judges, Pam gives 7.5, Badebra 6.1, Intan 7.2, Bligetut 7.1, and Saras 7.1. Now we've come to our last participant, last but not least, Zahida Apsara.
I dedicate this poem to the survivors. Me too.
It stopped feeling right. I know you heard it in my bones and locking hips in silt and clay. I know you did, but you took it anyway. My body is not your dumping ground, not your place of release, not your trophy, not your jumping off point for a new slate, not a landing strip for pornographic reenactments of white cum on brown belly fetish. My body is not for your distractions or for your brown sugar cravings. My body is the sacred site, yes, but not for the tourist bucket list to say, take, yeah, I've been there. It is not the free soup sample section at the supermarket. My body is too vast for your shallow slurps. It is the herb garden that grew cardamom and cinnamon and turmeric and ginger that gives and heals like homeopathic drops and tinctures. My body is not your gymnasium, not weights for you to test or bulk your power with. And my solar plexus is not the punching bag for your unresolved emotions. And next time you come for temporary cuddles to kill time until the next time, know that my body is not your mama's. Not a well for you to milk dry all that you've missed out on in childhood, but come with reverence, with all of your essence and your presence, and my body will give you more than you've ever known. My body is not your science lab. No, I don't give you permission to lay your curious on me, to test your fantasies. My body is mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's my secret to tell or not to tell. It's mine to objectify like celestial objects and stars. It's my contradiction. It's my right to cover up or to rebel. It's my made-up word to italize or to misspell. What you told me was my hell was in fact my well of everlasting power. So cast your pious eyes, your greedy hooks, your dirty looks away from my body. There is nothing wrong with my body. There is nothing wrong with my body. There is nothing wrong with standing strong and proud and flawed and vulnerable and sexy. There is nothing wrong with my body. I've always just been here just doing my thing. There is nothing wrong. My body is crowning heads through birth canals. My body is broken skin and hummingbirds. My body mends and heals and braces and builds from billions of light years ago, a breathtaking tapestry of interference patterns stitched with stardust and synovial fluids for God's own movement. My body is God's library of information. Just read the signs, because it's all there in my body. Thank you.
Judges, Badebra 8, Bligetut 7.6, Saras 9, Sam 9, Intan 7.5. So that's it. Everybody give a round of applause. Awesome. Thank you everyone for participating, for all your amazing poems. We would now have to take a little time to count the scores, and while we wait, I would like to call the judges to read their work. One is Saras Dewi, and the other one is Intan Paramadita. Up to you guys, whichever one wants to start first. Saras? Saras Dewi, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, that was amazing, right? Congratulations to all the poets. I love all the poems. It's very hard to judge poetry, but so as a Balinese, my greatest dread is seeing the day that Bali, the environment, the people, they would all be destroyed, and that's my greatest fear. And I wrote this poem actually to express how I feel regarding a beautiful place in the south of Bali. The name of the place is Benoa Bay. Most of you probably know that there's a horrific project coming to Bali. It's a monstrous project which it tries to demolish the beautiful Benoa Bay. For most people, probably land means property, but for me, Benoa Bay is my lover. So this is tolak reklamasi. So this poem is about my lover, Benoa Bay. Caressing Benoa Bay. How to kiss the bay without a haste. I let darkness overcoming this body, just like an eclipse moving slowly. Who I am, my face and my name dissolve with the cosmic stream. Immortality is the aftertaste of our first kiss. How to make love with the bay without a rush, because the Lord of Time, Mahakala, has loosened the bond of time that tied off the world. My lips are burning, adventuring his curves, my chest on his chest. Our heartbeat creates buds of poems. How to embrace the bay. As if there is no tomorrow, not even olden history, he eliminates everything. Only tonight, underneath the blushing stars, he and I are verily one, an absolute power. The bay whispers, release yourself, free yourself. A little apocalypse happened inside my body. He escapes me from the grips of suffering. Everything drowns to the bay's mouth. Thank you.
So this is an excerpt. Oh, okay. This is a book promotion. So I will be launching my book. It's in Indonesian language, but what I'm going to read is an excerpt translated into English by Stephen Epstein. The novel will be launched tomorrow. You can find it in the program. It's called Gentayangan, Pilih Sendiri Petualangan Sepatu Merahmu, or the Wandering, Choose Your Own Red Shoes Adventure. It is a choose your own adventure novel. So I'm just going to read an excerpt that has been translated. No rehearsal, so sorry. I've always liked my grandmother's name, Victoria. I don't know how she wound up with it. Maybe her mother was inspired by an incident in 1895 when Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands visited Queen Victoria of Great Britain. My generation was surrounded by old women like my grandmother and great-grandmother who'd been Dutchified. Maybe they were just trying to be fashionable and all of us are just natives, inlanders, who want to be European. But I like to say her name over and over, Victoria, Victoria. It reminded me of Victor Frankenstein, scientist extraordinary. My grandmother wasn't a genius like Victor, who could create human life itself, but having been a teacher, she knew a thing or two. A year after Victoria's death, I visited her home with my dad and uncle. In we marched, Papa and Uncle and me, girl wanderer. Victoria's children were impatient to sell the house because none of them cared to look after it. Who in the world would want to buy it, mused Papa. Like other deserted houses, my grandmother's home seemed haunted. Someone who claimed to be able to see spirits reported that Victoria's house was inhabited by a kuntilanak, a long-haired demon who lived near the well. A woman who no longer here in our world, but not over there either. Wherever there was, you could be sure she wasn't resting in peace. Is Grandma wandering too? I asked. Hush, don't talk about your grandmother as if she were a demon. My grandmother was devout. People say the devout rest at Allah's side. How does that song go again? Good girls go to heaven, bad girls go wandering. Thank you.
Thank you, Saras and Intan. Are you guys ready for to hear the result? To know who your winners are? I have it here. No. Okay, I'm going to start from the second runner-up. Is that how you say it? Second runner-up. Total score, 360. Please come to the stage, Bex Tyrer. Bex. She hasn't left, has she? Yeah. Congratulations, the runner-up. Total score, 366, is Karen Mazensi. Where's Bex? And the champion of Women of Ours Poetry Slam 2017, the total score of 411 is Sahida Aksara. Can I please call the juries, the judges, maybe Pam and Saras and Intan, to please give our winners their prezzies. What is the prezzies? Is that the third runner-up? Thank you, judges. What now? Olive, is there a photo session of all winners and judges? Yeah, please all can Can all the judges come to the stage, please, for a photo shoot? Photo shoot. I mean for a photo. Come back.
Bali,